This snake laid that egg. Morning everybody, welcome to the vlog. It is an extremely busy day for me. Just so happens that I have to fix a light in my office because somehow I think the ballast burnt out. Now I'm sitting in the pitch dark. I have to fix some hide boxes for some blue tongue skinks. I have to feed colubrids and just a whole bunch of busy work. So we're gonna have a really busy but awesome day. I hope the start of your day is absolutely amazing. What do you say we make the best of this busy day and get things started? First off, guys, definitely don't do this ever. But what could possibly go wrong, right? Alright guys, so I don't really suggest anyone doing what I'm doing right now. You shouldn't play with live electricity, number one, and you certainly shouldn't do it on a step stool standing on my desk balancing act here. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. This ballast went out, I've got no light in my office, I need to get things fixed, and I don't have time to call an electrician to come out here, so it's all about doing it yourself. Okay guys, the moment of truth. Will there be light? Ta-da! I tell you what, it's hot up there. All right, first job is done. On to whatever comes up next. Okay, so Lauren, what's on your docket for today? Other than that, I mean, I know I've got to work on, I wanted to talk to you about some hide box lids. What are you doing?
Very long rest.
Very long. So I'm gonna feed colubrids.
Okay.
But so I was thinking, you know how we do colubrid lay boxes? Jessica was saying that some of the blue tongues need some moist boxes. So I was almost thinking about doing the same thing, but a bigger hole. Do you think that'll work?
Well, I mean, I think it's worth a try to see if it'll work. I'm not sure if it will, but...
I brought like a hole saw that I can drill a big hole in this, and then we can put them in, put some sphagnum, or actually, you know what would be good is just reptile prime, wet that reptile prime down, and that'll give them a box to kind of go in. That way their toes shed out and everything else works out good.
Yeah, actually, I like that idea a lot.
Cool. Oh, by the way, guys, you guys may not know this, but Noah got a job. So Noah is actually working at a local beach called Stony Creek Beach. So you get to see bikini chicks all day?
Yes.
Is he happy about that?
Some. Some he wished would cover up more.
I understand that. So, okay. All right, so I'm going to work on these boxes. You're going to feed, then I'm going to come back behind and feed frozen for you, right?
Are you getting eggs or am I?
Okay, I'll pull eggs. Okay, so basically what the deal is that Jessica has been taking care of the blue tongue skinks, and she noticed that in particular some of the Indonesian blue tongue skinks seem to be a little bit dried out, and she's been having a problem with their toes not shedding, so she has to soak them and stuff like that. So she came to me and said, hey, why don't we make hide boxes that have like that cocoa fiber, moisten a little bit, and hopefully they'll climb in, spend some time in there, get a little bit higher humidity, because the Indonesian blue tongue skinks do need a slightly higher humidity than say the northern and eastern Australians that we basically just keep on paper. So we figured we'd give that a shot. So how do you put a hole in a piece of plastic like this? And in the past, I'll be honest, we've done a whole bunch of different things. We've taken a knife and literally scraped a hole, which is a pain in the butt. We've even taken a little soup can and heated it up and then melted our way through a hole. But to be honest with you, the way we found the best is to use one of these, a little hole saw. But of course, this is the size we use for the colubrids because the colubrids are smaller. So with the blue tongue skinks, they're pretty big bodies. So we have this guy here, this big 3-inch one, and I am literally just gonna drill the hole in here, and we'll put some cocoa fiber in a shoebox, we'll put it in there, and we'll see if they'll use it. If they use it, then maybe we'll expand to all our blue tongue skinks. But we're gonna do a test of maybe about a dozen boxes, see what happens, and then if they like it, then we're gonna keep on using it. so I'm actually going to use this board right here as a backer so that when I'm drilling into the plastic, it doesn't bow a lot. So I'm going to set this down and drill. But to be honest with you, just from past experience, what I've noticed is that once you start to get in, it's better to actually lift up on the plastic rather than push down because it starts catching in it. So that's just the way it goes. So, okay, we have our drill, we have our plastic, we have our backer. Let's get it started. Okay, so there you go. There you have a pretty good hole, and you could just take and just kind of get the burrs off just really quick like that. And it's but it's no real sharp edges, and you've got a perfectly round hole that a skink or a snake or whatever can go in. You can use this technique in a bigger box too. So if you have a really big hide box and you have a bigger snake, you can use this, and you can actually even go bigger holes if you want. So it's just a great way to keep the humidity in and just have one hole, because you got to remember most reptiles, you know, they're crawling into crevices. They're not like, it's not like, oh, there's a door that I can go through. They're typically crawling from the top into caves and holes and rotting trees and stuff. So anyways, do 11 more of these and see how they work. So we are all done. This task is over. Like I said, I'll hand these off to Jessica. She can set up the boxes. Basically what they're going to be is shoe boxes again, maybe about this much of the Reptile Prime coconut husk. We'll try the coarse first, and if that doesn't work, we can try the finer stuff, and we'll moisten that up and see how they like it. If they like it, then we'll keep expanding. So this job is done. Number 2 in the books. Now I have to feed and collect eggs still before the day's over. All right, so let's go ahead and start by pulling some eggs. I think I only have 3 Kluber clutches, so it shouldn't take long. This one is actually a California king snake, and she's out of the box already, so she's obviously completely done, and you can tell that she's not retaining any eggs, so she looks good. Again, you know, these ones will get fed up. I told you yesterday that king snakes will literally, so I'm gonna feed today, so literally she'll get a meal today, and king snakes will eat right after they lay eggs, opposed to the corn snakes that typically take 7 to 10 days. So let's see what she has in here. Oh my gosh, look at the size of these eggs. Holy moly. Just take a look at the difference here. I'm going to show you. This snake laid that egg. Look at that. That is absolutely crazy. But it looks like she only laid 3 eggs. But again, when you're talking about the size of eggs like that, it's not surprising that she only laid 3 eggs. They're absolutely huge. Just see if there's any eggs hiding in here anyway. Nope, just looks like those 3 eggs. So we'll go ahead and get these guys in the incubator box. There's 1, there's 2, and there's Trey. So that's a really small clutch for a cow king, but that is a huge egg. I mean, those baby cow kings are gonna hatch out about twice the size of a normal baby cow king, so that's pretty funny. Okay, moving on to the next, we have an albino Nelson's milk snake. Where are you at, sweetie? Oh, look at that. That's a nice clutch of eggs right there. Good job, mama. Here you go, sweetheart. Set these over here. Get mama back in the box. Good job. Nelsons are another one that typically don't eat right after they lay, but we will offer her food today because every now and then they will. Maybe 1 out of 3 will eat. And what you have to remember is that every ounce of meal that goes into them, food that goes into them, means that they're better off to produce that second clutch. Or when they do produce that second clutch, they don't get quite as beat up with it, right? So we want to get as much in. So if they can take that extra meal before they shed, it's a win. So let's see what she has here. She has 2, 4, 6, 7 eggs. 7 eggs, not bad. All good ones. I'll take that. And last clutch of the day is this corn snake, a big old female too, so I'm expecting a nice big clutch. Ooh, yeah, that's a nice clutch of eggs. Look at that. Wow, that's a nice clutch. Good job, Mom. And look at, she looks really good still. She doesn't even look like she laid eggs. Wow, that's amazing. Come on, girl. Let me get your eggs. Wow, that's a nice clutch right there. I tell you, that's what's nice when you get those big old females that are, you know, she's like 7 or 8 years old, is that even when they lay a big clutch of eggs, it doesn't really beat them up that much. That's why sometimes I'll even hang out and not breed a female an extra year to try to just get that little bit of size on her so that when she does produce, she doesn't get really creamed and hard to rebound, you know? But look at how good this girl looks even after laying a clutch of eggs. I mean, she looks fantastic. So, all right, we'll get some water in with her and let's check out how many eggs she has. She's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 eggs. 18 eggs, that's not bad. So we're gonna go ahead and set these guys up. And do me a favor, guys, I don't wanna bore you guys with collecting eggs every day unless you guys wanna see it. I mean, I just don't wanna have the vlog get to the point where, oh, you know, every day you do the same thing, you collect snake eggs. It's exciting for me to collect eggs, but I wanna make sure you guys don't get all bummed out about it, like, oh, okay, we've seen that before. It's part of my snake business, and this vlog is kind of my daily life. So I'm gonna do it if you guys want me to, but let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll get these eggs set up. And the last task of the day as far as snakes go is feeding. Okay, so it is getting late tonight, so I have to feed colubrid snakes, and then I am done for the night. And again, it's like I talked to you guys about a week ago, that it's a kind of a weird time because a lot of colubrids are off food because they're gravid, some just laid so they're not eating. We're certainly feeding the males a lot to get a lot of weight on them during this off kind of time of breeding for them. So it's a little bit different where, you know, normally you'd literally, you know, start with cage 1 here and then just go all the way down the row. Now you have to kind of look at each animal, you know, does this one need to eat, does this one need to eat, so on and so forth. So it becomes a little bit more challenging to feed, but it's all part of what we do. So I'll go ahead and just plow through the feeding and then I can wrap it up for tonight. It's definitely been a pretty long day, but we've got a lot accomplished today. You know, I tell you what, I've said this a million times before that I've fed so many hundreds of thousands of snakes over the years, but it never really gets old. And I actually, in particular, love the time when it's nighttime and pretty much everyone has gone home. It's about a little after 7 o'clock now. Again, I started early this morning, but it's just really cool to be in here alone with the animals. It's kind of peaceful. I just kind of sit around and feed stuff and get to see the animals' reaction. And this is when, you know, I always say that I turn from a businessman running BHB Reptiles into a hobbyist, where it's just me and it's not about anything other than just being with the animals. So I love this time. It's like a peaceful time that I really need for my personal kind of happiness, if that makes any sense to you guys. Alright guys, so I am wrapped up feeding. This was kind of a busy day. I mean, we had a lot on our plate. We got a lot accomplished, so it feels like we're really good. Don't you love those days when you start the day and you go, wow, there's a lot to do, and at the end of the day you think, I did it all. I was able to accomplish it, which is just absolutely amazing. So I'm going to wrap up here at the shop. I'm going to head home really quick, just see if Noah and Lori are doing anything. I know that Noah had to work today at his beach job, so he may be tired. I'm not really sure. So I'll just check in with them guys and see if anything's up. If not, I'll check in with you guys at the end of the night. Alright, so guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here, but you know, I always talk about how I want you guys to have an amazing day, and I really do, but rather than getting repetitive all the time, let's do something different. Why don't you guys down in the comment tell me why your day is going to be awesome, or what are you going to do to make it awesome? And for you guys that are going to sleep right now, I hope you have an amazing night's sleep. Tell me about what you're going to do tomorrow. How's that sound? As always, thank you so much for all your support, your views, and everything you do for me. You guys are absolutely wonderful. Can you do me a favor and smash that like button? And if you haven't hit the notification bell yet, please do that for me. As I always say, make sure to be kind to somebody. And I promise I'm going to see you guys tomorrow.